You're born in Arlington, Virginia, 3 miles from the Pentagon. Your father fixes air conditioning units for government buildings. Your mother works the cafeteria at the State Department. They're invisible people who keep the machine running while others take credit. You inherit their invisibility. It becomes your greatest asset. You're 17 when the recruiter finds you. A woman in a gray suit sits across from you at lunch. She slides a business card with just a phone number. "Hey, we've been watching you," she says. "You see patterns other people miss. That's valuable." 6 months later, you're at Fort Meade taking an aptitude test that will determine the rest of your life. They call it the puzzle factory. Your job, stare at intercepted communications and find needles in infinite haystacks. Phone calls, emails, satellite imagery, metadata from a million sources. You're 22, making $48,000 a year with a top secret clearance that makes you unemployable anywhere else. You can't tell your parents what you do. You can't tell friends where you work. You become a ghost who pays taxes. Year 3, you crack something big. A terrorist cell in Germany. You notice airline bookings the algorithms missed. 3 men, different days, same city, credit cards from shell companies with overlapping IP addresses. You flag it. If the cell gets rolled up 72 hours before the operation, 14 lives saved. Your supervisor shakes your hand, says nothing to anyone else. Silence is the only medal you'll ever receive. The promotion comes with TS/SCI clearance and special access programs. You're read into programs that don't have names, only code designations. You learn the NSA isn't just listening to foreign enemies, it's listening to everyone. Every phone call routes through servers making copies. Every email passes through splitters reading content. The Fourth Amendment is a suggestion waived by secret courts issuing secret warrants. You're 26 and you know more about American citizens than their families do. You get transferred to liaison work, bridging NSA intelligence with CIA operations. Your badge has no name, just a number. You attend meetings where decisions get made that will never appear in history books. A drone strike in Yemen targeting a wedding party because metadata suggested a high-value target. Collateral damage, 16 civilians. You watch thermal footage in real time. Gray shapes turning white as missiles impact. Your job is confirming target identification. You confirm it. 45 minutes later, you're eating a sandwich like nothing happened. Year 8, the White House called. You're assigned to the SCIF, the Sensitive Compartmented Information Facility. The most secure room in the most powerful building on Earth. Soundproof, bug-proof, electronically shielded. No phones, no windows, no records. What gets said exists only in memories. You're the briefing coordinator. You decide what intelligence reaches the president's desk. You're the filter between raw data and executive action. That makes you more powerful than most cabinet members. They just don't know it yet. Every morning, the intelligence community produces the president's daily brief. While it's supposed to be objective, but objectivity is a myth. Every fact gets selected, every photo gets chosen, every analysis gets shaped by whoever controls the pen. You control the pen. When you want focus on Iran, you lead with Iran. When you need attention on China, China goes first. You're not lying. You're curating truth. The difference gets thinner every year. Above top secret, there are code word classifications. Umbra for signals intelligence. Talent keyhole for satellite imagery. Gamma for intercepts too sensitive for other agencies. You have access to all of it. You know which senators are cheating because NSA reads their texts. You know which justices have offshore accounts because Treasury tracks money. You know which generals are getting fired before they do. Knowledge is power. This kind is a disease. It changes how you see everyone. They're not people anymore. They're files. They're intercepts. They're targets. The incoming president is idealistic during transition briefings. Talks about transparency and constitutional values. You sit in the back while the team shows him what they want him to see. They don't show him Prism collecting data from Google and Facebook without warrants. They don't show him Stellar Wind, bulk collection of American phone records. They don't show him the kill list you maintain, tracking American citizens marked for drone strikes without trial. The president takes office thinking he's in charge. You know better. Presidents are temporary, the system is permanent. Year 12, you become assistant deputy director for special activities. Your office is 3 levels below the press briefing room. You control information flow to the National Security Council. You decide what gets elevated and what stays buried. This is where policy actually gets made, not in debates. In the quiet moments when you decide a report is too sensitive or too important to ignore. A journalist in Mexico investigates cartel ties to American banks. He's getting too close to revealing which institutions launder drug money. You authorize surveillance. His emails get intercepted. His sources identified. Local assets make him disappear. Car accidents accident on a mountain road. It never reaches the president's desk. Plausible deniability. The system stays protected. But you manipulate 3 elections without casting illegal votes. It's information warfare. You know what opposition candidates search online, who they call, which staffers leak. 2 weeks before Election Day, a classified report lands on friendly journalists' desks suggesting foreign ties. Is it true? Mostly. Is it timed for damage? Absolutely. Your candidate wins. Democracy functions as designed. Whoever controls information controls outcomes. The psychological price comes slowly. Insomnia. You're awake at 3 in the morning reviewing intercepts, then paranoia. You check your apartment for bugs. You cover your laptop camera because you've watched people through theirs. You assume every conversation is recorded because you're doing the recording. You take different routes home. You pay cash for everything. This isn't anxiety. It's operational security. You have no friends. Friendship requires honesty, and you haven't been honest in 15 years. You had a girlfriend once. Lasted 3 months. She asked about your job. You ran a background check, found nothing, still couldn't trust her. You ended it over text. Trust is a luxury people like you can't afford. Your parents die within 6 months of each other. Your father has a heart attack fixing a Pentagon furnace. Your mother follows from lung cancer. 40 years of cafeteria smoke. You attend both funerals. You don't cry. You can't. That part calcified somewhere between Yemen and Mexico. You stand at the graveside realizing they spent their lives serving a system that never acknowledged them. You've done exactly the same thing. Year 18, a new president promises to drain the swamp. You brief him on day 3 in the SCIF. Just the 2 of you. You show him intercepts of foreign leaders with compromat, financial records of his staff taking money from dangerous people, evidence that cabinet nominees have exploitable vulnerabilities. You offer solutions. Fire these people. Appoint our candidates, follow our guidance. He's defiant at first, says he's the president, he'll make his own decisions. You nod politely. Don't argue. Just leave the documents and walk out. 6 months later, his approval rating is 32%. Staff in chaos. 2 cabinet members resigned, 1 under investigation. He's begging for your help. You provide it. Make call, kill story, feed friendly narratives. His numbers improve. He learns to cooperate. They all do eventually. You've outlasted 4 administrations. Served 3 parties. None of it matters. Policy changes around edges, but the engine keeps running. Surveillance continues. Drone strikes continue. Presidents give speeches about values while you do things that would horrify voters. That's the arrangement. They get credit for what works. You take blame for nothing because nothing gets exposed. Until it does. A whistleblower emerges from your team. Junior analyst, 28, still believes in constitutional principles. He copies files, programs collecting American communications without warrants, kill lists with American citizens, black sites disappearing suspects without trial. He thinks he's a hero. You think he's a liability. You see him copy files. Watch him contact a journalist. You could stop him with 1 call, but you don't. You're curious what happens when someone tries to expose the machine. The scandal explodes. Congressional hearings. You watch your bosses commit perjury under oath. They swear programs don't exist. You know they're lying. They know you know. Senators know everyone's lying, but nobody pulls the thread, so they perform their roles. Concerned questions, careful denials, promises of reform that won't materialize. The analyst ends up in Moscow, wanted asylum in Europe, but every ally refused. You made calls, activated pressure points. He's trapped now. The system doesn't lose. It adapts. It punishes. Year 22, you attend a meeting that doesn't officially exist. 3 cabinet members, 2 intelligence directors, 1 Supreme Court justice. Topic: an unmanageable president threatening to declassify programs that must stay hidden. Someone suggests the 25th Amendment. Someone suggests leverage. You stay quiet. They're asking you to enable. You already know which cabinet members have financial irregularities. Which justice has a gambling problem. Your presence is the answer. 2 weeks later, just you and the president in the SCIF. You show him documents his staff hid. Evidence people he trusts work against him. Intercepts proving advisors coordinate with foreign intelligence. Financial records showing his chief of staff takes contractor money. You offer a path forward. Cooperate with the bureaucracy. Stop threatening disclosure. Play the role we need. He asks what happens if he refuses. You don't answer directly. Just remind him that information flows both ways. Same intercepts about his staff exist about him too. Nothing illegal technically, but perception can be manufactured. He understands. He cooperates. The mistake happens because you get comfortable. 23 years makes you think you're untouchable. Then a congressional investigation subpoenas buried documents. A judge orders compliance. Your name appears. Not connected to anything illegal technically, but enough questionable decisions that patterns emerge. The Mexico journalist. The Prague businessman. Election year leaks. Your signature isn't on anything, but your fingerprints are everywhere. A senator uses deep state in a hearing and holds up a chart with your name in the center. The call comes Tuesday morning. Your boss, calm and apologetic. We need someone to take responsibility. The president needs to show he's cleaning house. You've had an incredible career, but we need you to resign. Effective immediately. You're not being charged, just becoming radioactive. The permanent government needs a sacrifice to prove it's not permanent. You're it. You clean out your desk. 23 years fits in one box. No photos, no awards, just files and a coffee mug. Your badge deactivates before you reach the parking lot. Clearances revoked before you reach your car. 23 years of access vanish in 90 seconds. You're just finished. The next 18 months are litigation, congressional testimony, inspector general investigations. But they never charge you because charging means revealing the system. So they exile you. No prosecution, no prison, just permanent unemployment. You're radioactive waste in human form. You live in a studio apartment in Alexandria, same city where you started. You survive on savings and a pension. You watch your replacement doing exactly what you did with a different face. The programs continue. The surveillance continues. The machine keeps running. It never needed you. That you were just the current operator. One night at a bar, a kid sits next to you, maybe 25, contractor badge hanging, just got read into a special access program, feels like he matters. You watch him leave, heading back to stare at screens and move pieces on a board he doesn't fully see. You were him once, bright-eyed, believing the work mattered. Now you know the truth. The work serves itself. The system protects the system. When it needs a scapegoat, it picks whoever's convenient. You gave 23 years, made decisions that saved lives and ended others, protected secrets that kept the country safe and secrets that would destroy it. None of it mattered. The machine doesn't care about individuals, only continuation. You were never in control, just the current face of something running since before you were born. This story is fiction, but right now, someone is deciding what information reaches the president's desk. Someone is filtering truth. Someone is enabling operations that will never be acknowledged. The room is real. The power is real. And somewhere, a kid good at patterns just got a call that will destroy him in 23 years. If this made you think, drop your biggest takeaway in the comments. Subscribe for more.